Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I'm really excited about actually three things. The first of which is that I'm teaming up with my friends over at Merit Beauty. Always such a pleasure to talk about their lovely minimalist beauty. We're going to talk about quite a few of my favorite products. There's more than a few, but we're going to talk about them. I also am super excited because I get the pleasure of granting you, my lovely viewers and subscribers, early access to the Merit November sale. But I have a code for 20% off that I am going to share. We all love Merit, so that's pretty good. And of course, the third thing I'm excited about is just to share these beautiful products with you from Merit. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm so glad to have you here. Don't forget that you can also follow me over on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. Okay, so first of all, we know Merit Beauty, right? I mean, I've got my table covered with all of their products. They're reimagining luxury beauty without really a luxury beauty price tag. They're not, especially when you're going to get 20% off using my code, let me tell you. But it's kind of a simple, holistic approach to beauty without sulfates or parabens or fragrance. Everything is cruelty-free, vegan, non-comedogenic, meaning it doesn't cause blemishes because nobody likes blemishes. And we are going to try on some of, not all of, because I got a lot of favorite products with Merit. I'm staring at them all right here. But we're going to try on some of my favorites to make this kind of everyday look. You see, we all get so attracted sometimes to these sparkly things and these bright colors that you want to wear for an evening out that never comes if you're me. My daily requirements are a put together, pretty look, and I rely on Merit for that. So we're going to talk about it. Now, here's the fun part of it. So Merit is having a November sale, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I am going to give you, starting now, I am going to give you first access to my viewers to the Merit sale. And if you use my code PRINT20, there it is, and I'll have it below in the description bar. I have my link and this code. So use my link and the code PRINT20 at checkout for 20% off site-wide. And if it's your first time ordering, if it is your first time ordering from Merit, for some of you it will be. If it is your first time ordering directly from Merit, you get the signature bag, plus all orders over $40 ship for free. Do you guys know about the signature bag? Because I love it. Okay, so here's mine. I tie a little knot in it, and I just use it kind of as a wristlet, really, for going out in the evening. But what I love about it is you can also use it as your makeup bag, and when you untie it, super easy, it opens up really nice and wide, and you can see inside of it to grab everything out if you're traveling. I mean, it's also great as your bag, because it doesn't flatten. I don't want that. Everything falls out. It stays and keeps everything in, but it's really nice. And I love this corduroy. I think it's really perfect for fall and winter and beautiful. I'm going to carry this to Thanksgiving, actually, as my bag, but I also multi-purpose use it. So if you haven't gotten one of these and it's your first time ordering, you will get one. And like I said, free shipping on orders over $40. Okay, so we have a lot to go over here. I have so many of my favorite products. It was really tough for me to decide what to do, but I think I picked some really, really good ones. So I want to show you what I've put together, but I don't want you to forget that you can use my code PRINT20 at checkout. You have 24 hours. You will get 20% off and their early admission to the Merit November sale. I know, I'm actually crazy excited about it because I love this brand and I totally hoard their products. I do. I should be embarrassed because it's a little bit gluttonous, but gluttony rules around Thanksgiving, right? Pumpkin pie, Merit brushes, Merit cheek flush, you know. Okay, let's go right now to the demo. I want to show you me recreating this little look and show you the products that I use to do it, but don't forget about my code. Stay right there. Okay, I got my mirror. I have some skincare on from the morning, but really there's just nothing on my face. I hope I'm not scaring anyone. We're going to start with the Minimalist Complexion Stick. Now, sometimes I start with the Instant Glow Serum. I love this serum. It's just really good for the skin, but sometimes I put it on underneath when I want a little bit of a dewy glow. But I think we're gonna going to skip it today. We're just going to use the Minimalist Stick. It works either way. So the Minimalist Stick is not quite a foundation and not quite a concealer. It's like a little bit of both, light to medium coverage. It's got fatty acids and daffodil extract. You know, really, really beautiful. You can even contour with it if you have a darker shade. I'm not a contour person, but you might be. It won't clog your pores. I'm going to use 2 shades. You really only need 1. I'm going to go a little lighter for a shade for kind of concealing, and then a little tiny bit more my skin tone for the actual foundation portion. Let's try this together, this complexion stick. So I'm going to use Bisque as a little bit of a concealer. So I'm just going to kind of put it here onto my eyes, and I'm also going to kind of put it a little bit onto the lids, because it's going to serve as kind of a eye primer too. I'm putting this under the foundation shade that I'm about to use, but I'm going to blend it with the same thing. And I'm going to use I have a bunch of these, you guys, please don't laugh. I totally hoard them. I admit it. I'm going to use the Merit number 1. I love this for foundation. I love this for bronzer. You'll see me use it. I love it for blush. I use it all the time, and so I actually have 3 or 4 of them because I hoard them. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. I hoard them. They're really good, and I'm such a brush snob. You know, you guys know this about me, and I love these little synthetic brushes. They wash so beautifully and so easily, and they're just really handy. I like the fact that they're kind of, this one's really well loved. I like the fact that they're kind of flat, so it can be almost like a kabuki style brush too. If you're putting on any sort of finishing powder, I just really love it. Okay, so I'm gonna use my fingers a little bit there too. All right, perfect. I could almost leave it like that, but I'm gonna use what I think is a slightly better shade for me, and that's the shade Suede. And I'm gonna put Suede just kind of over, I'm just going to draw little lines because it's fun. And then I'm going to blend it in. And a lot of people ask me how the Minimalist Stick blends. I think it blends just beautifully. I really have no trouble. I let it sit. Sometimes I use the warmth of my hands. I wash my hands, don't worry, just to kind of warm it up a little bit. I have a towel here to wipe them up. But, you know, I love it, and I love the way it applies over the serum as well. But I've already done that in another video that you can refer back to. I just thought this time we would get a more natural look, and I just love the way it works with the warmth from your hands. Washing the hands afterwards, of course. And there's my complexion done. I mean, how simple was that? We chatted the whole time, and it makes your skin look so natural. So like I told you, when I use the Instant Glow Serum underneath, it's that really kind of glass skin look. But today I wanted to go with something really just natural. Get my mirror out of the way, and you can see that my face looks it just looks like my skin, but certainly very improved, you know. Okay, let's do a little bit of bronzing. I just told you a moment ago that I don't really contour. So I use bronzer just to warm up the face. So let's look at the Bronze Balm. I'm going to be using the shade Leo. This is a blendable, super sheer, almost like second skin cream bronzer. It can be used to sculpt or warm. There's no like orange effect to it at all, thankfully, but it still really warms the skin. So like I said, I have the shade Leo, which is a little bit dark, but I love the way it kind of just melts into the skin and blends. And what I'm going to do is very haphazardly, I'm just going to kind of go around the hair line and a little bit even onto the cheeks. I know that looks a little silly, but stay with me. Then I'm going to grab one of my beloved number 1 sticks, and I'm just going to kind of blend this in. All I'm trying to do, you guys, even with this deep shade, just look how it blends. And I know the deep shade is a bit dramatic, but I'm a bit dramatic. Just look how this blends into the skin here. And look at this. All I've done is just warm up my face just a little bit. Nothing too obvious. You're seeing it now because you watched me apply it. But, you know, pretend you hadn't seen me. And it just looks like it's added that little bit of sunshine and warmth to my face. I could certainly use a lighter shade, but like I said, I kind of like the drama. All right, let's go, before we do the eyes, I'm really excited about the eyes, but before we do the eyes, I want to put on some of the Flush Balm. I have every shade of the Flush Balm. We're going to use the shade Cheeky today. This is kind of a micro fine pigment. It's really buildable, really sheer, which is nice because I have no restraint with blush. So the fact that this is almost like a transparent wash of color is really good for me. And I think this is the shade we're going to do today. So we're doing something a little bit green, spoiler alert, on the eyes. So I thought this would be kind of fun. And I'm just gonna, I mean, you could just go to town. And then again, I have another #1 brush. I told you I rely on these brushes. Such a perfect little brush. Oh, they wash so well too, you guys. And they're totally vegan, synthetic, cruelty-free, super gentle. They brush the little bristles. It's so soft. They're super gentle even if you have sensitive skin. Isn't that a pretty shade? That's the shade Cheeky. Should we put some more on? Let's put some more on. Let's put some more on. I just want to overdo it so that you guys see the shade really well, but also because it's so sheer, I just kind of want to show you it's mistake proof. And I just have a lot of fun putting it on. Again, I tend to often use my hands, which really works with that minimalist aesthetic of Merit, but I will wash them, of course, but I just like to use my hands also just to kind of blend everything in. I mean, look at this so far as an everyday look. I can just head out the door already. I love the Merit lipsticks, and I love the lip glosses, but I just want to show you this even to draw the look together. Look. It works as a lip product. Look at that. I mean, if you really have to get out the door quickly, or if you're throwing this in your bag or for the gym, just put it on the lips. It's super creamy. For some reason, you'd think that it would get everywhere, but the dome shape of it, look how pretty that is. And it feels like a really nice balm. Ooh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Okay, so that was the Flush Balm and Cheeky. Now, how about the Day Glow highlighter is going to kind of be important in this look that I'm creating because we're going to end up using it on the eyes as well. But first, I want to use it as an actual highlighter. So this is a highlighting balm, okay? And it's actually made for daytime. It's got no glitter or sparkle. There's nothing nightclubby about it. Not that there's anything wrong with that kind of a look, but this is a really kind of everyday natural highlight. It's got micro fine pearls and uses olive fruit oil. It's like an antioxidant type of effect. I really like the shade Bounce. Take a look at that there. I really like that. Can you see that on my hand? It's just perfect. And what I'm going to do now is I'm using it. I'm even going to tap it in with my hands. It does not lift product. It's not lifting anything that we have underneath. And I'm just putting it on here right now. You could use it as a blush topper if you want, but I'm actually just using it as a regular old highlighter. But we're going to use it on the eyes as well, just to add a little bit of drama. I just told you it's not too dramatic, but we need a little bit of drama. So there we go so far. And this is just a really easy, simple look. But I want to do something on the eyes. Remember this Day Glow though, because we're going to come back to this little guy in a moment. Okay, now I want to talk about the Solo Shadows, and I want to talk about brush #2. So these Solo Shadows are a cream to powder matte eyeshadow. They come in so many different shades, and you have a little bit of playtime, but then they set. They won't crease, they won't build up in the corners of your eye, and they won't separate. They're really, really nice. I have pretty much every shade, but I like the fact that they can be put on with a finger for like a sheer wash, or you can use this lovely brush #2 that will build it up a little bit more. And the brush #2, I've showed you this in previous videos, has kind of a liner side and then like a little bit of a fuller side for blending or very precise application. So we're going to do both, and I'm going to use 2 shades. We're going to start with the shade Studio. This is my favorite shade just to kind of use as a base. Let me show you Studio here. There's Studio. See that there? Isn't that pretty? I'm going to use my fingers for this one. Why? Because I just want a nice sheer application. And remember, it could be either. So what I'm showing you here for the look we're doing today, This is just a really kind of setting the eye, giving it a little bit of a base, and I'm just gently, very gently, I'm not tugging on the skin on my eyes or anything like that. I'm just very gently applying this all over the lid. Then I'm going to take this kind of liner side of the number 2 brush, and I'm going to go right underneath the eye. Right there. Okay, that's the basic look. I could leave like this. I'm going to cap this back up. I love this cap. What? Listen to this. Did you hear that? Let me do it again. Did you hear that snap back in? Never dries out. Just snap it back. Love it. Okay, but this is the shade Viper. This is my newest shade. Oh, it's such a pretty green. I was really obsessed with the more purple shade, but I love this now. And for this, we're going to put it on with the number 2 brush, just to get a little more intense. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I just want to get kind of the outer edge of the eye, just a little bit of green, little bit of drama, because remember, we're going to go back in a moment with the Day Glow. So I just kind of want to get it in there just to put, just the matte is so useful and so nice. And then when I want a little bit of shimmer, that's when I bring in that Day Glow and I like to make my makeup multi-purpose, especially again, if you're doing this on the go, at the gym, at the office, whatever it is, if you're just kind of just trying to look put together and nice for the day. Look already, just adding the Viper shade, using my fingers as well, not pulling on my eyes, and just kind of gently check it out. Okay, and I'm going to go under again. I know this is the same brush I used, but that's okay. I want to go under again with the Viper shade. I think I'm probably supposed to use the purple because I have green eyes, but I'm using green now, and I think it looks good, if I do say so myself. Okay, remember I told you, don't forget about the Day Glow. What I'm going to do now, I could do this with a finger, I could do it with the tip. I'm going to put this on just there into the middle of the eye. I'm not creating too much drama. No sparkle, no diamond. I just want to put a little bit on just to give it a little bit of a look. And then I'm going to take the end of this that I hadn't used, just kind of stick it right there into the center of the eye, just for a little bit more interest, just a little bit. Okay, now I have the Sangria here. This is the Sangria shade of the lip oil. I'm going to put that on over the cheeky shade. Remember that we applied originally? And I'm going to go off camera and apply some of the Merit mascara. See, oh, now we're coming together. All right, stay right there. Okay, I added a little bit of the Merit mascara just to add a little bit of drama to my lashes. And this is a perfect everyday look for me. And this is the type of look I really need as a go-to, put together, sophisticated, minimal look. Merit does it all for me. Please don't forget that right now, if you use my code PRINT20, you will get early access to the sale and 20% off, which is pretty amazing. As well as, if it is your first order, you will get the Merit signature bag, which I love, love, love. Oh, I love this corduroy. It's so soft. And if you place an order of $40 or more, shipping is free. It's pretty good. Ask me any questions below. I love Merit, so I kind of consider myself an expert on it. I'm going to go with that. So ask me any questions or recommendations that you need. It was so hard to narrow down the products to use here. I am such a big fan. Let me know any questions you have. That's what makes us a community. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? I hope so. We're almost at 20,000. I can almost reach it. I would love for you to do that. I also want to thank my friends at Merit Beauty for sending over these beautiful products and for all their support of my channel. I absolutely love them. Good people, good products. You can trust them for sure. Let me know any questions. Make sure that you like this video, share it, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.